Hi, I'm Jasmine Kemp, a forward on the women's basketball team, and you are watching the Black and Gold Report of WFXB.
Good afternoon, Braves fans, and welcome to this week's edition of the Black and Gold Report, a program all about UNC Pembroke athletics. Today we're going to give you a summary of the fall UNCP sports season. We're going to take a little bit of a look at the fall sports, including football, volleyball, and soccer. But first, we're joined by the interim athletics director, Patrick Stirk. Patrick, welcome to the program.
Thank you. Good to be here.
Now, as I always do with the first-timers who come on the show, I thought I would ask you a little bit about the road that ultimately led you to UNCP. I know you're a JD, you're an attorney. Talk a little bit about your school and what ultimately got you here.
Sure. Actually, I went to the University of Oklahoma as an undergrad. Was a poli-sci major. Just that's what interested me. That's
why. Fine major.
I agree. As I neared the end of undergrad, I was thinking about what is it that I want to do. You know, what's my ultimate aspiration, and I realized I'd love to work in sports. That to get paid to be in sports, be around sports in that environment, that's really what I'd like. So I actually ended up going to Marquette Law School in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, because they have a sports law program, and is actually while going there in law school, that's where I got the inroads to where I am now.
Okay. Well, your role, you were the compliance officer on campus prior to this, and I assume you're still going to be doing compliance.
I sure am.
Okay.
Still am.
Well, tell us a little bit about what compliance is, so and maybe give us an example of some of the things that you do in regards to compliance.
Compliance, I mean, it kind of is like being the lawyer of the department. You're the one who's responsible for the paperwork, making sure the trains run on time, essentially. Start of the year is really busy when all the kids come back and you've got your new rosters for the year. I'm the person who works with the coaches to send off all of our rosters to the Peach Belt Conference to get everyone verified for the year that they're eligible, to deal with scholarships, make sure everyone's got their money for the year, all that kind of stuff. Monitor practicing, playing seasons, all that kind of stuff, all the monitoring of the teams. And time to time when issues come up or if we need some sort of a waiver or something with the NCAA, I'm the point person with the coaches where we work on getting whatever paperwork needs to be sent off that we can keep the kids out there, keep them playing the sports.
And so you're the guy also that the coaches will contact if they have a question about whether or not something they do regarding contact with an athlete or something else is legal or above board or what have you also.
Yep.
Well, why did you want this gig as the interim athletic director? Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, I mean, the one regret of it is that it means Dan Kenny is no longer the athletic director, and we miss him. We're going to miss him. I was up for taking up the challenge because partially the schedule of the compliance office, it's very busy at the start of the year when the school year starts, getting everyone cleared. It's very busy at the end of the year, reports, final grades for the year, and all that kind of stuff. But there is a bit of a lull in the middle of the year because everyone's out there practicing and playing now. Things are ready to go. So I think, one, my schedule works, that I'm already here in the office. You know, I know all the coaches. I work with financial aid, registrar admissions, everyone over in Lumbee Hall, and those sorts of things. And then also, you know, I feel like, you know, I'm going to give it my all, and I feel like I can do a pretty good job. You know, part of it was I went to law school, I got the training, I'm an organized, effective person, and I've told people, I'm not at Dan Kenny's level, and I apologize for that, but that is the fact of the matter. So I'm going to do my best, and you know, we're still going to have a great year, and we've already had a great year.
You bet. Now, do you have a goal or aspiration to be a full-time AD at some point?
Eventually, yes.
Sure.
That is the end game.
Well, what do you see as the primary role of an athletic director?
The number one thing an athletic director needs to do is vision and leadership, like any executive of a department, a company, even like a GM of a pro team, is you need the direction, you need the leadership. And again, we had that in spades with Dan Kenny. I'm sure the next full-time person that we hire they'll have their idea of what this department needs to be and what we should be going forward. In my interim role, I still do need to kind of have that supervisory role and give some direction to the teams, but it really is a modified capacity of it's kind of, continuing the things that we did under Dan Kenny as athletic director, the things that worked, the things that have been going well, and as necessary on an ad hoc basis, making changes here and there. But I do want to make sure that things are going well, things are going great, but it's kind of more a keep us on course for now until we get that next person who's going to be the breath of fresh air with the department.
We've got about 30 seconds left in this segment, but you've only had to get a couple of weeks, of course. What are some of the things that you've learned just in the first 2 weeks?
I've learned that there's a lot behind the scenes. I mean, I was in the office every day, seeing what Dan Kenny had to do. I worked with him really closely, but I told him, kudos to him for working as long as he did. He did a great job, and there's a lot behind the scenes people don't realize, but it's all for the purpose of, we want it to be a great experience out there.
Well, you've mentioned Dan Kenny a couple of times, and you've got some big shoes to fill, of course, as he's moved on to be the Chancellor's Chief of Staff. I know we're probably not going to have time to do it in this segment, but when we come back, I want you to talk a little bit about working under Dan, what some of the things you learned from him, and are you still going to be calling him on the phone quite a bit, I assume.
Okay.
So we're going to take our first break. We'll come back. We'll talk more to Patrick Stirk about his role as Athletics Director.
I thought it was my lungs.
I was having shortness of breath.
I had a great team of doctors.
Dr. Lowry, wonderful doctor. The only one, really, who has ever had my heart in his hand.
I don't think you got any better treatment in Duke than you got him.
I felt very safe.
I mean, I feel good. Got energy.
I go to the mall and walk 2 miles.
I come out victorious.
I love Southeastern, and of course, if it has something to do with their heart, this is where you get it.
UNCP fans, now is the time to join the Braves Club, the official UNCP athletic booster club. Your donations help to provide valuable funding to student-athletes, scholarships, and programs. UNCP student-athletes continue to excel in the classroom and on the field, and the Braves Club wants you to join the action. From the exclusive opportunity to purchase football and basketball season tickets to the free monthly newsletter, the Braves Club is a great way to become a member of the team. For more information on the Braves Club, visit uncpbraves.com.